Hey guys, my name is Bree. Today I'm going to be talking about a pretty serious topic. I'm going to be telling you things that persons of color and black people do not like. And the reason why I'm telling you about this is because of a recent occurrence that I had, and then it wasn't anything discriminatory, there was no racism involved or anything like that, but it kind of sparked a conversation with my friend who's biracial, and we started talking about like the crap that we've experienced over the years, and I just want to like address it now because I feel like a lot of these things that happen is because of ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance is in stupidity, because in my culture if you say someone is ignorant you mean they're stupid. I don't mean that. I mean ignorance as in not knowing that these things can actually come across as offensive. So I just thought I'd do this video so that I could just give you a peace of mind, give you some clarity on things that we don't like and things that would make us very uncomfortable in the situation. Okay, so I'm just gonna outline 5 things that black people are not generally okay with, and this can also be applied to other cultures as well. So number 1, hair touching. Now this is a really iffy thing because for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, I don't mind if it's a person who I'm close to, if it's a person I'm in a relationship with, if it's a family member, a person that I know personally, on a personal level, and I could like relate to, I talk to on a normal basis. I have like puppy syndrome, like you put your hand in my head and it's like yes, but it depends on the person. Because if you're a stranger, if I know nothing about you, or even an acquaintance, and I catch you with your hand in my head, I'm gonna feel very weird and very uncomfortable. And part of me is also going to feel very violated because it's like a part of me that you are touching and I don't know why. You would not want a person to come and randomly just stroke you on your neck or randomly just touch your skin. So if a person just comes and randomly touches my hair, I feel very uncomfortable. And then I also think that there's the whole notion of if it's someone who's not of my race, it's even more uncomfortable because this person is trying to see what it's like to have hair like mine, and it makes me feel like, you know, I'm different and they're like, I don't know, it just feels weird. Number 2, being called exotic. We are not endangered species. We are not animals in a zoo. For you to call me exotic, it makes it feel like I'm not a human being. I understand if you're from a culture where you're not exposed to black people, where you're not exposed to people of color. I've been in that situation. I went to Japan, so I understand, but there's a difference if you can, like in your mind you would say, oh, this person is different, whatever, and you keep it to yourself. But you also have to be mindful of what you tell people because it can come across as very offensive. I have never been personally told that I was exotic by a person of another race, but I have been told that I looked exotic by someone from Barbados, which had me like, what? It was so confusing, and she told me that I didn't look Barbadian. I was like, cool. Even if you're curious about someone from another race, do not go up to the person and be like, yo, I think you're exotic looking. Can I take a picture? Because as I said before, we are not animals, we are human beings, and your blood, my blood, same color. Like, just be mindful of that too. Number 3, being stereotyped. Now, I don't act like the typical black person that you see in movies or that you see in like comics or whatever. Also, I am not as dark as other black people, as people have told me before. So that is something that they also bring up as well. Oh, you're not as dark as a typical black person. Oh wow, you don't say. There are different shades of black, guys. Like, did you do history? Do you know like what happened in history? Like how we became who we are? That is something that annoys me personally, and I have had to deal with it many occasions. Like, there was this one instance where I felt like punching a person because he started to ask me a lot of offensive questions, and because I don't act like someone who would get offended, he thought, you know, I would be comfortable with him telling me things like this, but I really was not. And he brought up things like, oh, is it true that all black people love fried chicken? And is it true that all black people are good rappers? And I'm pretty sure if it's somebody that's not me, someone who actually likes to like speak up and whatever, you would get yourself cussed out or you would get in a fight for saying crap like that. Number 4, being called out on my skin color. There are two sides of this. One side I brought up earlier, telling me that I'm not as dark as a normal black person. Annoyance. The second one though is being told you're black. Like, I know I'm black. Like, I look in the mirror every day. I know that I'm a black person. You don't have to constantly remind me that I'm black, because it makes me feel like you're trying to put me in a separate group from you. I remember talking to somebody about my experience in Japan, and I was like, I actually felt normal for once, because I was talking about my height, because I'm a very short person and a lot of people in Japan are very short. So technically I was like average height. And the person literally looks at me and was like, but how normal did you feel? You're black. And I'm like, I know I'm black, but that's not the point of my conversation. I know my history. I know my culture. I know my race. I know everything. And I am the person that should be saying, yes, I'm black. I have gone through this. I know. But for you as a person who's not of my race to be like, and you're black, you've gone through this, whatever, it makes me feel weird. Like, it's like you're trying to tell me about my culture and about my history and about my race, and I'm like, I know already, but thank you very much for that reminder. And finally, my last thing is being fetishized. I am not even going to just restrict this to like black culture or to like people of color, because I think that this is something that is done all over the world. Like I think that this is such a norm for people to want to experience the culture so much to the point where they want to actually like date people from that culture or whatever. And I think it's not right, because it makes me feel like I'm an object. And for you to be like, oh, I've never dated a black person before, I want to see what it's like, I'm gonna be like, yo, move along, because I don't want to be that person you experiment on. I like Korean culture and I like Japanese culture, and the problem with that is, because I like those cultures, people automatically expect that I'm going to be looking for a husband or a boyfriend or whatever from Japan or Korea. From high school all the way up past university, like, this has been the perception of a lot of people. People will come up to me and be like, oh, so you're looking for that Asian boyfriend, right? And I'm like, no, because I am not looking for anyone. I think that that's something that a lot of people do. Like, I want to, ooh, I'm interested in Indian culture. I want to see what it's going to be like to date an Indian girl or Indian guy. Or, oh my gosh, I've never been to the Caribbean, so I need a Caribbean. Oh, that happens a lot in Barbados, yo. Guys, people who are not from the Caribbean, some of them like go down to seek out a guy. The thing that annoys me the most about it is that there's the perception that people from the Caribbean, to be an island person or an island guy, because they don't really talk about the girls so much, but like to be an island guy, you have to have like the dreadlocks, you have to have the dark skin, you have to have this and that, and that is who they seek when they go down. And I've seen it so much when I was in Barbados, and I just laugh. If you're the type of person that you don't mind being objectified, kudos to you, but to me, I am not that type of person. If you want to date me, or if you want to be my friend, or if you want to talk to me in general, do it because you want to as a person, and not because you want to be like, I've never spoken to someone from the island before, I've never spoken to someone who has kinky hair before, or I've never spoken to someone who's brown skinned before. Like, make it genuine and not a mission. Anyway, I've ranted a lot. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed my video. If you want to see more, subscribe, comment below if you have any thoughts, any things that you want to get off your mind, get off your chest. my channel's the place to do it. Just put whatever you want in the comments if you want to discuss this topic. Even if you have a problem with it and you want to tell me your thoughts, feel free guys, feel free. Anyway, I've got to go. So until next time, stay culturally active. Bye guys.